व्यूअर, इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर, इस चैनल पर हम बहुत से टॉप एमएनसीज के प्रोग्रामिंग एंड कोडिंग क्वेश्चंस को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, जैसे कि गूगल, जैसे कि नेटफ्लिक्स, जैसे कि अडोबी और आज तक की टॉप नॉच जैसे कि अमेजॉन। तो अगर आपको इनमें से किसी भी कंपनी से प्यार है या नहीं भी है, तब भी चैनल को जरूर देखना, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हम हर लेवल के, हर टाइप के, हर एमएनसी के या नॉन एमएनसी के, जो कि इंटरव्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से काफी जरूरी हैं, उन प्रॉब्लम्स को डिस्कस करने वाले हैं। साथ ही साथ आप जानोगे कि कैसे हर एक वेबसाइट को जुडिशियसली यूज करना है डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पर्पसेस के लिए। अगर आप कॉम्पिटिटिव प्रोग्रामिंग कर रहे हो, डिफरेंट वेबसाइट इज मेड फॉर दैट। अगर आप एमएनसीज की तैयारी कर रहे हो, डिफरेंट वेबसाइट इज मेड फॉर दैट। बट इन डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स के बीच में डिफरेंस कैसे पता करें, इन डिफरेंट वेबसाइट्स को कैसे यूज करना है, किन क्वेश्चन के लिए कौन सी वेबसाइट ज्यादा जरूरी है, ज्यादा अच्छी है, ज्यादा टेस्ट केसेस के साथ है, इन सब की अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको मिलने वाली है इस चैनल पर। तो अगर आपने चैनल को अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं करा है, क्या कर रहे हो, सब्सक्राइब करो एंड हर वीडियो को पूरा देखना और किसी भी वीडियो को मिस मत करना, क्योंकि हर वीडियो के एंड में आपको मिलने वाली है एक बोनस टिप, जो कि बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होगी आप सबके लिए। वेदर आप टेक्निकल रोल्स के लिए अप्लाई करो, वेदर नॉन टेक्निकल के लिए अप्लाई करो, क्योंकि ये जनरल प्लस प्रोग्रामिंग के भी टिप्स होंगे, कैसे एक प्रॉब्लम को या कैसे इंटरव्यू में आपको बिहेव करना चाहिए। तो अगर आपने अब तक नहीं सब्सक्राइब करा, सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर लेना। एंड अब टाइम वेस्ट करे बिना आज के कोडिंग क्वेश्चन की तरफ चलते हैं। आज हम क्या नया देखने वाले हैं और आज की बोनस टिप आपको क्या मिलने वाली है। तो चलो विदाउट एनी टाइम वेस्ट आज के कोडिंग क्वेश्चन की तरफ चलते हैं। हेलो एवरीवन, सो आज का क्वेश्चन जो आया है सीधा इंटरनेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म से हमारे इंटरनेशनल फोरम पर, दैट इज काउंट अनरीचेबल पेयर ऑफ नोड्स इन एन अनडायरेक्टेड ग्राफ. From the recent streaks question, the problem of the day that are been coming in the Leetcode, I can specifically, and not only I but everybody can specifically infer that these guys are focusing on graphs like hell. They want like graph के अंदर you achieve a specific level of what you say the efficiency की, yeah I am proficient in that. ठीक है, बिकॉज फ्रॉम अराउंड 4 to 5 days क्वेश्चन ग्राफ के ही आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, एक दिन होता है कि ग्राफ का क्वेश्चन नहीं आता और अगले दिन फिर से ग्राफ का क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, और अभी पिछले 4 से 5 दिन से ग्राफ के क्वेश्चन ही आए जा रहे हैं different way. It is also like it's good for learning when you are practicing a specific data structure as a whole, but generally अगर देखो, so you don't want to focus only on one data structure, right? And there are many people, many working professionals who are not able to get enough time so that they can practice different questions according to specific topic. So they are able and they are like, I should say, fetching the time just to solve the problem of the day so that they are in the practice of coding. But if these people follow like these pattern, I don't think so. They are those people's motives will be successful who are just like doing so that they are hands-on with every type of data structure and all. But let's not become a critic review here over here about the website and give them suggestions about what type of questions you should give in the streaks, in the problem of the day part of, in the problem of the day section of your website. Okay, so let's first discuss the question, what this question is saying. Let's discuss the significance and then we'll understand it a bit. So today's question, this is POTD on Leetcode. This is a medium level difficulty question. Problem number is 2000 something, I don't remember exactly. So here the question says count unreachable pair of nodes in an undirected graph. So firstly, here the question itself is saying undirected graph. Here the question can also come in different of the variations. Let's say count unreachable pair of nodes. So now you should be available and I should say aware enough to ask, okay, unreachable pair of nodes in what? In graph or in any other thing, in tree, maybe there are 2 or 3 combination of trees or anything. So you should first it should not be a question, but you should ask it in a way that you are confirming that whatever you are thinking is correct or not. So ask in count unreachable pair of nodes. So by that, what you by that, sir, do you mean that we are talking about the graph? He says yes. Okay, then what type of graph are we talking about? Is it directed or undirected? And then he says maybe undirected. Then undirected, the question should be, is it a weighted graph or non-weighted graph? So first let's discuss about what is graph, what is undirected graph, and this. These are some of the clarifying questions that are good for you if you ask them at the start. So like here this type of explanation is not given to you when this type of question asks like came up in the interview. They just normally say you count unreachable pair of nodes in an undirected graph or count unreachable pair of nodes. Now you should be like proactive enough to ask these type of questions. Okay, in what I need to find it out, how I need to find it out, like that. So these type of questions should come in your mind. Okay, so here I have given you around 3 follow-up questions at the start. This is something that you should ask. Okay, you should ask. Out of 10, if this question is of 10 marks, I can guarantee you that 2 to 3 marks are just for these follow-up questions if you answer them or ask them correctly or not. Because तुम्हारे different horizon में सोचने की capability, thinking of out of the box is demonstrated by these type of questions when you ask. Okay, कि आपका पूरा ध्यान उधर ही है and you are getting directly or correctly in what the stage the question is taking you to. Okay, so this is very, very necessary. Keep that in mind. And now let's discuss some of the terminologies, some of the coined terms, I should say, that are there in the question. So firstly, if you are like completely new here or in the programming, graph is basically a type of data structure. We have discussed and solved some of the previous problems related to graph where I have explained a bit about what is graph and everything. So you can refer to that as well. And it's good for you to see because you will be able to know that how this specific data structure or the specific question can become to you in the molded ways and how to approach to that. Because in those questions I have literally, in this question also I will be discussing that what would be the thought process. But if you refer to those, you are more aware of the type of problems and you have seen them already, so there are more chances that you will succeed and excel when these questions are being asked in your interviews. Okay, so firstly let's discuss about what is graph. Graph is a data structure. There are different nodes, I should say. So this is basically a tree, right? But in a tree you won't find this thing. This is specific something which is like only applicable to graph. In graph all the nodes can be connected. First thing, in the graph a node could be alone as well, but still this whole thing will be considered as a graph. In tree, if you do, so the difference between the tree and graph, so graph is like if this data structure is also given to you or the graph is of this form, still it's a valid graph. Whereas if you are given a tree, so now these two are separate trees. They cannot be counted as a single because root serves only for this part. This root serves only for this part, which is null. Okay, so you cannot say like both of these are a same part or एक ही structure का part है ये. ऐसा trees में नहीं होगा, ऐसा graph के अंदर फिर हो सकता है. So this is something that makes graph and trees more differentiable. Okay, so this is first the graph. Now what is undirected graph? So if the graph, let's say I'll draw it here. If I provide edges that from 1 I can go in this direction only to 2, from 2 I can go in this direction only to 3, from 3 I can come to this direction to 4, and then for 1 I can come like this and for like this. So here if I have put the arrows, means that it is directed graph, because here we know that which edge is going in which direction and we cannot change it. If I want key from 2 to 1, if I need to check that coming, like is there any possible way, is there any direct possible way जिससे मैं 2 से 1 पर आ सकूं? No, because they are not connected, or they are inversely connected. So there are ways from 1 to 2, but there is no way from 2 to 1. Okay, so this is directed, whereas undirected is when there is no these arrows basically. तो यहाँ एक arrows नहीं है ये. So this will be my undirected. इनका क्या फायदा है? आई कैन गो इधर इन दिस डायरेक्शन और आई कैन गो इधर इन दिस डायरेक्शन. सो अगर वही क्वेश्चन जो अभी हमने पहले डिस्कस करा अगर मुझसे यहाँ पूछा जाता है, नाउ दिस केस इज वैलिड, नाउ दिस केस इज वैलिड. ओके, सो दिस इज अनडायरेक्टेड. नाउ व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय वेटेड और अनवेटेड? सो अगर मेरे को यहाँ पर डिस्टेंस इनका दे रखा हो, डिस्टेंस दे रखा हो या टाइम दे रखा हो कि मुझे एक नोड से दूसरी नोड तक पहुंचने में कितना टाइम लगेगा या वो कितनी दूर है, दैट इज वेटेड. लेट्स से 1 to 4, 1 से 4 पहुंचने के लिए मुझे 4 यूनिट टाइम लग रहा है. 3 से 4 पहुंचने के लिए मुझे 12 यूनिट्स टाइम लग रहा है. 2 से 3 आने के लिए मुझे 13 यूनिट्स टाइम लग रहा है. सो दिस इज वेट या फिर टाइम जितना मुझे लगाना पड़ेगा अगर मुझे किसी दूसरे डायरेक्शन में या किसी दूसरे नोड पर आना है. ओके, सो दिस इज समथिंग. जब हम अभी तो ये सिंपल क्वेश्चन है जिसमें वेटेड, अनवेटेड, डायरेक्टेड इन सब का कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं है, पर इन सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस यू विल सी दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वेट our algorithm will be modified, our approach will be modified, and the answers will be affected through these weights. Okay, so these are weighted and unweighted graphs, directed and undirected, and what is graph and what is tree and what is the difference between them. If you still want like a detailed video, type yes in the comment section or y in the comment section, so I will try to make another series, another playlist for the DS and algo where we'll discuss specific data structure, all of its variations, when to use that data structure, when not to use the data structure, and the algorithms related to it. Okay, so do mention in the comments why. If you don't mention anything, then it's considered automatically as N. Okay, which is no. So here we have discussed all the coin terms. Let's discuss the significance of this question, because without the relevance, no one does anything. So the significance of this question is, in past 6 months, this question has been asked more than 20 plus times. In past 6 months, and this has appeared as like a main question in the longer interviews, and those interviews have stretched from 1 hour to 1.5 hours if this question has been asked. Now you cannot ask me that what was going on in that interview when this question has been asked. गप्पे मार रहे थे क्या वो लोग, नहीं पता, पर 1 घंटे का इंटरव्यू था which had stretched to 1.5 hours आराम से. So ये वाला question you can say that it's a main and a big question, and if you do this it will be really impactful. Okay, so let's understand the question first. Now what it is saying, so you are given an integer n, there is an undirected graph with n nodes numbered 0 to n minus 1. You are given a 2D integer array edges where edges I represents ai, bi denotes that there exists an undirected edge connecting a and b, ai and bi. So let's say 1 2, so here is an edge. Okay, and this will be represented in this way. Undirected edge connecting nodes ai and bi. Return the number of pairs of different nodes that are unreachable from each other. Okay, so let's say these two nodes are connected. From 1 I can go to 2, from 2 I can go to 1. Let's consider an example where there is a 3 as well. Now from 3 I cannot go to 1, from 3 I cannot go to 2, from 2 I cannot go to 3, from 1 I cannot go to 3. So the pair of different nodes that are unreachable from each other is 1 3. I cannot go 2 3. I cannot go, and I guess yeah, these one, this only, and this is the directed. So here from 3 to 1 is also the case, and from 2 to 3 is, from 3 to 2 is also the case. Okay, so here our output will be, here the output will be 2, here our output will be 2 in this case. Now let's discuss this example जो इन्होंने दिया है. n is equals 3 0 1 2. एजेस दे रखे हमको, तो n is equals 3, like the nodes is from 0 to n minus 1, so 0 to 2. Then these edges are given. So let's first 0, 1, 2. 0 to 1 एक edge है, 0 to 2 एक edge है, 1 to 2 एक edge है. तो सारी नोड्स एक दूसरे से रीचेबल है, इसलिए आउटपुट है 0. ठीक है. वेयर एज अगर कोई और अलग से स्पेसिफिक नोड आ जाए तो 0 से 3, 2 से 1 ये सब का सब अनरीचेबल में चला जाएगा. ओके. सो द आउटपुट विल बी चेंज्ड अकॉर्डिंगली. सो अब इसमें सॉल्यूशंस. आई होप कि क्वेश्चन इज क्लियर, कि क्वेश्चन क्लियर हो गया होगा. सो नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द कोडिंग पार्ट वेयर द बेसिक आइडिया एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन आई बिलीव इज क्लियर. If it is still not clear, then do mention in the comment section and we'll discuss upon that further. And for now, let's move on to the implementation part, which is like the most exciting part of the video, and it will make the things more clearer about what I was trying to explain and what this question is actually all about. So here you can see this question is 2316, count unreachable pair of nodes in an undirected graph, medium level difficulty on our Leetcode platform. The question is already the same which we have discussed earlier. Here are some of the different examples. So here 0, 2, 0, 5, 2, 4, 1, 6 gives the graph like this. Okay. Now we need to check there are 14 pairs of nodes that are unreachable from each other. What are they counting all about? So 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 3 and 0 to 6. Okay. Let me draw so that it will be more clearer to you, because like mouse pointer maybe sometimes दिखे नहीं दिखे और ignored में चला जाए. So 0 से 1, 0 से 3 and 0 से 6. 0 से 3, 0 से 1 and 0 से 6 is unreachable. 1 से 2, 4, 5, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5 are unreachable. 2 से 3, 5. ओके 5 तक तो हम जा सकते ना. 3, 1, 6. 1 ऑलरेडी हम काउंट कर चुके हैं, 3 और 6 काउंट नहीं करा था. एंड सेम फ्रॉम 3. सो हेयर ऑल यू कैन सी लाइक इट विल बी गिविंग अस द काउंट ऑफ 40. ओके. सो अब इसका कोड करते हैं. Here the time complexity expected is like OV plus E, number of edges and the vertices, which they have not given it specifically, but yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the exciting part of the video and let's code this out. So here firstly, the main thing in any of the questions that you encounter, if they are of graph, firstly we need to construct a matrix, a list, depending on how or what data structure are we using or what algorithm are we using to solve that. Okay, so here firstly I'll construct a matrix and DFS is there, so there will be another array. It will be a boolean to store whether it's visited or not. So visited of size n, adjacency of side n, and then we will run for auto edge, and then edges will come inside adj adjacency edge 0 dot pushback edge 1. Okay, and then here also from edge this we'll do this. Then we'll construct basically 3 variables to maintain the size of the component. The remaining nodes, firstly the remaining nodes that are unvisited, so that will be n initially. Then the size of the component, so I will mention here component size, which is 0, and number of pairs which are unconnected or which are connected. Basically here we'll make the count of unconnected pairs. So yeah, for int I equals 0, I is less than n and I plus plus, then if not visit of I. If we have not visited I, then size of the component means the components which are connected with each other. We'll call DFS on this, where we'll pass the current node, the adjacency list and visit. Okay, and then the number of pairs plus is equals to, which will be size of the component into what? Remaining nodes minus of component size. Okay, means जितने connected हैं और जितने बाकी रह गए हैं, and then remaining nodes और left out nodes जो बेचारी अकेली रह गई हैं are component size minus component size. Here the component size basically will be maintaining 0 is connected with 2, 4, 5. So this is one component, 4 nodes. So this is the component size of 4 nodes. Okay, so here the component size will be 4. This is what we are maintaining here. Okay, and return number of pairs. Basically it's maintaining that how many pairs are unconnected. Okay, and now we'll define this int node, then vector int adj, passing it by reference, and then vector bool reference visit. And firstly what we'll do is visit of node is equals true. Okay, and then again, so all of its neighbors, and here we'll be returning, so it's an int, right? So this one node itself is connected, so अब हमने इसके और connections ढूंढने हैं. So for int neighbor, basically इसके जितने भी neighbors हैं वो adj of what? Node. Okay, and here we'll see if not visit, यानी कि neighbor जो है वो visited नहीं है, then what we'll do, count plus is equals to DFS of neighbor adj visit, and we'll return this count. Okay, so अभी यहाँ पर हमारा कोड कर क्या रहा है, लाइन बाय लाइन इसे समझते हैं. यहाँ सबसे पहले हमने एक फंक्शन लिया है DFS. DFS बेसिकली जो नॉर्मल DFS का काम होता है वो तो वही कर रहा है. यहाँ पर हमने सबसे पहले मैट्रिक्स बनाई, DFS कॉल कर रहे हैं अगर हमारी नोड अनविजिटेड है, उससे हम निकाल रहे हैं कंपोनेंट साइज दैट 0 इज कनेक्टेड टू 2, 4 एंड 5. सो यहाँ पर 4 कंपोनेंट्स आ गए. नंबर ऑफ पेयर्स हमारे पास कितने अनकनेक्टेड रह जाएंगे, सो कंपोनेंट साइज इनटू रिमेनिंग नोड्स माइनस ऑफ कंपोनेंट साइज. Okay, remaining nodes initially is 7. So 7 minus component size is 4. ठीक है, so it will be 3 into component size which is 4. So 12 nodes हमारे पास इसी से आ गई. ठीक है, तो अब हम जब 2 पर जाएंगे, 2 ऑलरेडी विजिटेड होगा, 4 भी विजिटेड होगा, 5 भी विजिटेड होगा, 1 अनविजिटेड होगा, 1 अनविजिटेड होगा, तो उसकी कनेक्टेड कॉम्पोनेंट्स निकालेंगे विच इज दिस. ओके, एंड रिमेनिंग नोड्स को फिर हमने माइनस करते कॉम्पोनेंट साइज से, यानी कि क्या करा है, रिमेनिंग नोड्स कितने थी, 7 माइनस ऑफ 4. तो अब रिमेनिंग नोड्स जो है वो हमारी कितनी रह गई हैं, 3. रिमेनिंग नोड्स आर 3. ठीक है, अब रिमेनिंग नोड्स 3 बाकी रह गई. फिर दोबारा 1 पर गए, आइट्रेट करा, 6 आएगा विजिटेड में, 6 अगेन अनकनेक्टेड है. component size will be 2 into remaining nodes which is 3. For this case it will be 3 minus of component size which is 2. So 2 into 1 will be 1. So number of pairs 12 plus 2, it will be 14. So remaining nodes is like it will be minus of 3, it will be 0. Okay, so return कर देंगे number of pairs which is 14. Okay, I hope the explanation and the code is clear. अगर नहीं आया है definitely do mention in the comment section, I'll see that and respond to it accordingly. And now let's try submitting it. So first run. What is happening? If not visit I, overloaded function, call to it, let line 22. Okay, visited, okay. Visited. Runtime 0, passed all the test cases, see submitting it. Golden coin. 64.36 is the time complexity, space complexity is 37.2. Space complexity is like, it will be this much only, we cannot expect it to more, but the time complexity was 64 point this, which is also not so bad because DFS या BFS like graph questions takes this much time. चाहे कितना भी कर लो, how much efficient you try to be, but these will take some time. So अभी तो ये इधर ही अटक गया है and 50 और 60 की ही लाइन में घूम रहा है. So we'll take the highest thing, 50% या 60% से ऊपर वाला, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स और उनके इंटरव्यूज कैसे रहे हैं, आपका रिजल्ट डिपेंड करता है उस चीज़ पर. Here we got 10 में से 6.5, which is also not so bad, not so good, but not so bad. It's on the mediocre side. Okay, and the space complexity was around 37, which is also not bad because इतना भी हमारा क्यों आया है, क्योंकि हमें एडजेंसी लिस्ट जो है और विजिट ये बनाना ही पड़ेगा, नो मैटर वट एवर एल्गोरिदम वी यूज. तो अगर हम ये बनाएंगे तो ऑब्वियसली हमारी स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी जो है वो कम होगी ही होगी, और ये कुछ फ्लक्चुएट भी करता रहता है, तो लीव इट. टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हमारी v प्लस ई आई है. दिस इज द एक्सपेक्टेड इन एवरी ग्राफ एल्गोरिदम, सो बहुत ही बढ़िया है. स्पेस कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी भी काफ़ी ठीक ठाक है. So if you like today's question and if you like today's video, then do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Share this channel with your friends, guys, as sharing education is really a good deed. Do not forget to subscribe the channel, and if you have any doubts, feel free to mention it in the comment section. And we'll meet in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye. Love you all.